kinda had to do it. Yes, I'm sporting butter knife Wolverine claws because Logan is finally here. This film is directed by James Mangold and is the last film in the X-Men universe to feature Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. So this film takes place way into the future. Logan is living with Charles Xavier and they encounter this mysterious girl named Laura. Logan has to take this girl someplace where she needs to go, and she's hiding from this creepy government agency run by the villain, Pierce. As Wolverine learns more about this girl, he's actually simultaneously learning more about himself, and hence we have Logan. So there's a ton of hype surrounding this movie, and it's all for good reason. First of all, this is Hugh Jackman's last film as Wolverine, after he's been playing this character for almost 2 decades. The trailers were also fantastic, and this is the first film featuring Wolverine to be rated R. I've always thought Wolverine is the kind of character that's designed to have a rated R film. I'm surprised it took this long to make, and this film is so worthy of that rating because it is absolutely brutal. Throughout this film there's heads being chopped off, there's stabbing sequences, Logan's impaling people for the majority of the runtime, there's blood splatters going everywhere, and it's absolutely beautiful. This is some of the best action that we've ever seen in the X-Men universe, I think. Aside from how awesomely gory they are, they're just really well handled by James Mangold. The action is high octane, it's intense, it's full of energy, and there's not really anything else I could have asked for in the action component of this movie. So now let's talk about the performances. I'm gonna say it right now, Hugh Jackman deserves an Oscar for this movie. This guy brought tears to my eyes, and when you just think about the fact that this man has been playing this character for 17 years, it's pretty mind-blowing. His performance is just so emotional because he feels like he doesn't really have a purpose to live anymore. He's really old, he's losing his healing powers, and he's just not the person he used to be. And having this kind of subject matter for a character like this is so great because it just brings him down to earth, and it makes his character feel so much more grounded, and we get to see him through such a realistic perspective. This movie doesn't really feel like a superhero film at all. It's more like a really dark drama with action sequences here and there. And I've had this thought since I saw the film that if I didn't know anything about these characters or Charles Xavier or Wolverine or the X-Men universe in general, and I just went into this movie not knowing anything, I genuinely feel like I would have walked out not knowing that it's a superhero film. It's that good. It doesn't at all feel like it's made to set up a universe or make money as part of a big name franchise. There's barely any references to the X-Men universe in this movie. Logan primarily feels like it's just made to tell a good story and to tribute one of the best characters in cinematic history. Now in terms of the other characters, Patrick Stewart is amazing in this film. He provides kind of the comic relief in this movie because he's always cracking jokes and stuff. But what's so emotional about his performance is that you really feel the history between his character and Wolverine. And you can feel their compassion and their friendship for each other even after all this time. The trio dynamic that's on display here is also one of this film's strengths. I loved all of the chemistry between Logan, Charles, and the girl, who's actually very good in this movie. So the performances are fantastic, the action's beautiful, and I don't want to talk about it that much in this video, but I do love this movie's narrative, and I think it tells a really powerful story. But in terms of flaws, there definitely are some. I don't think this is a perfect movie. It does have some pacing issues towards the beginning of the second half where it does really slow down and there are some elements that drag, and it can feel a bit tonally inconsistent at times. Also, there's one aspect about the finale involving another character that I haven't talked about, but I can't really talk about it here because it's really spoilery. So anyway, those are really just the negatives that I found with this film. Logan is such a different film in this world of comic book movies, and I appreciate that the studio went for something so ballsy and different and dark and gritty. And if this is Hugh Jackman's last performance as Wolverine, I personally am devastated. I'm gonna miss seeing this guy perform this character on screen. But nevertheless, I do think this movie was a terrific film to go out on. I'm gonna give Logan an 8.5 out of 10. So guys, have you seen Logan? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe if you wanna see more videos like this. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.